Well, hello everyone, welcome back. Sorry I've been missing from the channel for a little bit. Things like the A350 conversion started in December. Now all checked on that, off to Vegas tomorrow. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. I'll spin it around. It's all about the L322. This has been off the road since, let me see, probably October last year. It's now into the sort of end of March. And the reason why, if you can see in the sun, she's a little bit down at heel. Looks like there's an airbag fault. I'll jump in. We're going to take it down to Mark Smith Limited, or Bicester Land Rover as they're better known. We'll have a chat with Chris. He's booked in for service MOT and an air strut. So I'll get in and explain to you what happened, how I noticed it, and well, the consequences. Well, I have to say, I do miss the old girl. There's just something about a Range Rover that makes you feel special, no matter what the age, to be honest. So I didn't get it fixed straight away, simply because I didn't need it as a tow car for the off-season, the racing season, for the BMW. And I didn't feel the need to go and tax it whilst it was off the road, and the MOT expired in December. So there's a kind of a triple whammy. It wasn't costing me anything to leave it sat on the driveway, apart from a little bit of insurance. So today is all about getting it back on the road, getting it recommissioned again. So when we went to collect my son's Seat Leon, his little first car, it was down in kind of Gloucester direction, and it was a little bit of a run, so maybe an hour away from here. It made it all the way down. On the way back we got a suspension fault, and hopefully Chris can explain a little bit why the fault occurs. But I decided then on a next short run, it was parked at a jaunty angle. We went into a garden centre of all places, and came out, and the front left hand side was a little bit low, so that would indicate to me one of the bags in the front, and it does tend to be the front left. No doubt the front right will be the next one. What's really good is the fact that you do not need to replace the suspension on this car in pairs, because it's an airbag system. It doesn't matter which side, they're basically just dampers. It's not like springs that you've got to match up along the way. So one side it is. The prediction is about 900 odd pounds for that strut. I'll let Chris explain why Mark Smith don't recommend buying one of those little airbag kits and kind of DIY. That, as well as the fact that I don't really have the time. I come back off a long haul trip these days. I spent 2 days getting over jet lag, and I might only have those 2 days off before I head off again. So to be honest, at the labour rates these guys charge, I'll just let them work away. They know what they're doing, and I'm quite happy to leave it in their hands. I'm not sponsored by them. They're local to me, but by God, I can recommend them wholeheartedly, especially with the labour rates that they choose. I think it's still £69 an hour. You go and take it to Land Rover themselves, and you're into over £200 an hour just in labour. And to be honest, I kind of trust these guys more on an older car, whilst modern dealerships tend to be kind of technicians. They'll replace an engine, but they'll not rebuild it, kind of thing. So let's see, what else is there? The rear wash wipe, or the washer bit of the wipe, gave up. Now, I had this in my first L322. It's a little shaft. The water runs through the kind of the shaft of the wiper mechanism. If the nozzle gets blocked up for any reason, then it can blow the tube off. And I've noticed a little bit of moisture, but maybe that's just with it sitting around. I noticed it on the seat belts. I gave them a little bit of a wipe, but apart from that, she's driving lovely. There are no messages at the moment on here. The pneumatic pump in the rear might be working a little bit of overtime, but on this car it takes it kind of 2 days to settle, so it can't be that much of a it can't be that much of a hole in the bag. She sits there quite happily, but you know what? To intervene early is always a good thing. I'll see you again outside Mark Smith's. We'll go and have a quick chat with Chris, and he can explain the kind of the technical aspects of the kind of the airbags and why it's necessary to get these things replaced as soon as possible. Well, here we are outside Mark Smith Limited. Go in, see Chris, and have a little chat about what we are going to do. Morning. All right, you good? Service MOT.
Yes.
Strut.
I have a new strut here for you. Yeah?
They are sided. I take it.
No, I think those ones
Oh, okay.
are.
Just a strut.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'm pretty sure it's the front left.
Yeah.
However, it's such a slow leak. I started the car several times and left it,
Yeah.
and it takes 2 days to settle.
Okay.
So it's a tiny, tiny leak.
Yeah.
Right, so you can explain to the nice people. Indications I were getting,
Yeah.
nothing on short journeys.
No.
And only on a really long journey would I get a suspension fault, I think it was.
Which will either be compressor overheat switch off,
Yeah,
too many transitions,
okay.
because as it goes down, it tries to pump it up, goes down, pump it up, goes down, and it says now too many transitions in a sense.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. But why shouldn't I just, play a devil's advocate here? Such a slow leak. Why could I not just? Maybe I wouldn't even notice if I was driving it daily,
Yeah.
and if I was only doing short journeys. So what's the issue with that then?
It'll burn the compressor out eventually.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, the compressors on the vehicles, they're only about as good as these ones that you can buy from Halfords and might have pump your tyres up.
Yeah. There's just a little cylinder and
Yeah. I mean, yesterday I've got a big receiver which pumps up to pressure.
Yeah.
It's the same as pumping the tyre.
Isn't it? So it just works. It's a tiny little pump. It's just working.
Yeah.
Because normally it wouldn't have to inflate
No.
the bags all the time. It'll do it once.
It just sits there in the pressure.
Yeah.
It just builds the pressure up. If it's sat there for a week, it's a little bit of.
Yeah.
All systems have leaks in them.
Yeah.
Little leaks here and there,
Yeah.
and it will just build the pressure back up, and it will hold.
And the way it goes. Yeah, I know what you mean. So it's just a top up, but it's not designed to run for any length of time.
No.
And how much is a compressor to replace, or can you get the rebuild kits anymore?
There are rebuild kits online. There isn't an official rebuild kit that Land Rover do.
Okay.
So.
And you only fit official parts. Yeah. So you're kind of.
So new compressors can range anywhere between sort of £600-700 up.
Okay. And then fitting and all the rest of it. So it's really.
They've changed part numbers because they've had a problem with something or
Right,
they've
okay.
got a different supplier.
So it's really important to get the leak,
Yes.
get the leak sorted,
Yes.
which is why I'm here primarily, and obviously MOT. And what I did notice is a little while ago the rear wash wipe, and if not the wash wipe, the actual water squirts.
Yes.
Now there's a little bit of moisture in the car, and I don't want to be squirting. I had it before in an old TD6 where I think the nozzle blocked and it blew the pipe off.
Yeah.
Is it still the same one where it goes through the shaft of the?
Most likely,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
It goes
yeah,
through
yeah.
the shaft. The squirter's on the end of the shaft anyway.
Yeah,
That one gets clogged up, rusts up.
yeah.
9 times out of 10 takes the motor out with it, which are now obsolete.
Okay. And the other question I have is, why don't you recommend just one of those little rebuild airbag kits for the suspension?
You can buy everything separately,
Yeah.
but trying to get something new to seal on something that old, and it's had all the dirt and everything go up, which is probably what's caused the airbag to go anyway.
Yeah.
So all the dirt.
I noticed it's a bit crusty and under
yeah.
they kind of start to split.
And inside is just a little O-ring
Okay.
that seals it.
Okay.
And try and get an O-ring to seal on one of them, or clean it off and then
Okay.
realise that it's 3 mil thinner than it should be now, and
So then you're doing the job twice. You bought a kit, then you need a strut.
Yeah.
And
Because you fitted the airbag, and you can't send that back, and
yeah, okay.
We've fallen foul a couple of times.
Yeah, okay. So you know what? You just got to kind of bite the bullet and go for it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that'll do.
And 9 times out of 10, if the bag's been going, the shocker's been working overtime as well, and it just one.
You may as well. So again, you don't have to replace them both in pairs. No. But is it highly likely that if one is gone, the other one is kind of almost there?
Yeah. I mean, it's the way with everything. If one's out, the other one's probably not that far behind it.
But I suppose you've got all the muck and stuff coming up from the kind of the gutter or whatever in that left side, so it takes a pounding.
More puddles, more rolls, road salts and everything. When gritted and whatever. It's just all on that near side. So,
right. Okay. Cool. Right, well that will do. We'll see what the damage is anyway. Hopefully that, the rear washers just. I haven't even attempted to clean the nozzle, to be honest. I've just left it, and the moisture might just be because it's been sat for 4 months, not been used. It seems to have dried out anyway. You know, you get the water dribbling down the inside of the windscreen. You know.
Yeah. We just felt
but it was a nice drive here. I have to say, I do miss it. So here we are, parked up, just collected the car, paid the bill, 1 MOT, a pass with advisories, central brake light not working, apparently Chris said it's just LED, some moisture gets in sometimes they go, suspension arm pin or bush worn but not resulting in excessive movement, near side front inner, so we'll get that sorted again. But the total bill came out at £1,380.09. However, the strut is £720 of that, plus the VAT. The MOT was £53 plus VAT. I've got a oil plug, oil filter, pollen filter, a battery for the key fob, engine oil, screen wash, disposables of consumable, and the labour. So £59 plus VAT. There you go. £177 just for the labour for all of that. You know what? With those sorts of prices, you can't really go wrong. So I'm going to enjoy the drive home. That's the year. The L322 is back on the roads, and you know what? It feels like home. Before you go, rear wash wipe. There it is, working on the way home. Obviously included in the 3 hours of labour, £177 for 3 hours of labour plus VAT. So, you know what? I'll tell you what, 6, 12, 18, probably £210 or thereabouts. Off labour. I tell you what, that makes a big difference than me lying on my back trying to wrestle with bolts. As I said, at those sorts of labour rates and with that skill level, and they'll spot things that I don't. So definitely away this time. Until the next time, all the best now. Bye bye.